So the thing with it, Hello everyone, this is Beauty by Brains, and today we are doing my makeup. So as I mentioned in a previous video, I did get married during the pandemic, and so I just wanted to show the makeup that I did for my wedding, especially because I was really happy with not only the way that it turned out, but the way that my skin turned out, and the way the foundation worked, and the way that everything else kind of came together. And I wanted to share like the tips and tricks that I picked up on the way to get to actually doing my own makeup for my wedding, because my plan was always to do my own makeup, and kind of the decisions that I made and the things that I picked and why I picked them. So if you want to see how I got this look, or just, you know, what tips and tricks I picked up, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I've already done my brows, and the reason I did them off camera is just because it takes me so long to do them. I really hate doing my brows with pomade. I don't think I'm good at it. It took me 20 minutes to get this down. I know some people that can do it so way quicker. I will agree with you. I was talking to my sister about them because she does her brows more often than I do. These are definitely better brows I've done. So I literally started practicing doing my eyebrows maybe 6 months before, not 6 months because that was the pandemic, about a year to 9 months before the wedding. I tried so hard to just practice and do it and see how long it would take me to do it, and basically it takes me about 20 minutes to do them with the pomade and with the concealer, and even with all of that I still can't get them perfect. And I honestly think it's because not because I'm very unskilled, but also because I don't think my face is exactly symmetrical. I don't think my arches are exactly symmetrical. So if I'm following my arches, they're not going to be perfect. I don't know. I feel like once I put all the makeup on, it covers up how it looks, but I'm not mad at how they came out. It's just so much easier if I just do my brow pencil. I have nice eyebrows. I feel like I don't need to do pomade and everything, but I will admit it does look better if I do a glam look. So yeah, so I'm wearing my bride t-shirt. I got this shirt from a bridal subscription box that was going to be really cute and come right before the wedding, and then that didn't happen. So anyway, let's get into the actual makeup. So I'm going to prime my eyelids first. This is the P. Louise base in, it says Rumor 03. I don't know why it says Rumor, but here we are. So I picked this primer just because I normally use the, the Too Faced one. Ooh, hang on, it's a little liquidy, gotta shake it up. I normally use the Too Faced one, but the problem with the Too Faced one is that I found over time that my eyeshadow would crease, especially if I didn't do a very big look, if I just did a bare brown or whatever. I found that my eyeshadow would crease. So with this primer, you really do not need a lot. I put the tiniest little dot on my finger, and then I spread it between the two because it is very thick and it spreads really well. So yeah. Oh, one more thing about my brows. I'm sorry. I actually wanted to tell you exactly what I did, or my method to do them, only because I feel like I learned a lot of helpful tips from some people, and I wanted to share them, but I wanted to prime my eyelids first, literally because in the last video I forgot to do it. So I'm if I do it now, I won't forget. So yeah, so I use the P. Louise primer because I feel like it's very sticky, and it helps the makeup stay on, the eyeshadow stay on really, really well, especially if you're doing a deep look, if you're doing a base look. I like it a lot. It's very tacky. So that, because remember, if you're going to have a wedding, whether it be during a pandemic or during the regular times, you want to make sure that you're using products that are going to stick. Now I'm just going to wipe that off. And all right, so about my brows. So basically what I did is I decided after my engagement party in March where I got my makeup done at Sephora, she did my brows and like everyone loved it. I got so many compliments on it. So I was like, okay, I'll add it to my wedding look. So I went to Sephora again, and you know they have those like 15-minute free mini things you can do. So I did the brow one, and I asked the lady to teach me how to do my brows. So I got the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. This is in medium brown, and I got the Sephora this is the Pro Angled Liner brush, but it's good for a brow brush. And so what she told me to do is take a little bit of pomade and put that in the cap, and then take from the cap. And what she said to do is basically go like this on your face, and that will determine like where your eyebrow should, like in where the arch should be and where the tip should be. It is all based on like your nose. She said it was the easiest way to do it that way. And then, you know, less is more, but you just kind of want to create the lines and then just fill them in, and just like be very light-handed with filling in it. It's more like shading, not painting. So you fill it in. For the tip, she suggested to kind of do like a feathering motion, kind of like that, to get the ends, and then clean it up with concealer. So the concealer that I used to clean it up was my Tarte Shape Tape. This is in medium, and I just used a very like firm concealer brush, to like a flat brush, to kind of get in. And like as I get closer, you can see like it's not absolutely perfect, but like once you put on shadow and everything, it really helps. And then, you know, you just saw that I primed my lids with my P. Louise base. Okay, so that's brows basically in a nutshell, without having you sit here and watch me curse everything while I try to do my eyes. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do my foundation first. I know that like technically I should do my eyes first, but I felt at the time of the wedding like I needed to get my base on, because the eyeshadow, I really didn't do that much of an eyeshadow look. So for primer, I used the Too Faced Primed Poreless Primer, and I love this primer. So what happened is I went, so about a year, at the end of 2018, so about a year and a half before the wedding, I had a like you know those like, you know, when you are part of the Sephora Rewards program, you get the free deluxe makeover. So I had a deluxe makeover that was expiring. So I was just like, F it, I'll just use it and like maybe get some tips and tricks for my wedding, because at that point I knew I was getting married and like what season I was getting married in. So I went there, and so I told her that like I was looking for makeup that is very long lasting and, you know, was going to be able to deal with a lot of elements. And she said that she had tried basically every primer in Sephora, and I'm just checking, and the primed Poreless Performer was her favorite. And honestly, guys, it works. The few times that I've tried it, my makeup has not moved. It is stayed silky smooth. It hasn't gotten grainy or anything, and it's definitely because of that primer. So I had been testing out a few foundations and like looking up certain things, because I definitely wanted a full coverage but lightweight foundation that photoed well, because I knew it was going to be like an all day thing. I was going to be up really early. My makeup was going to be on for hours. It needed to last and need to look good. And so the Lancome Dioli Ultra Wear foundation I found, because I tested out, I like was constantly going to Sephora just getting samples and like seeing like, what does this person say, what does that person say. Like literally I went to Sephora's in 3 different states. I went to Sephora's in New York, I went to Sephora's in Texas, and I went to Sephora's in California, and all of them always came back to the Lancome foundation, which is expensive, but you know, if you're gonna spending a lot of money, you know, to look nice, and I'm saving a lot of money by not getting my makeup done, might as well go out. So literally what I did is, so I plan to get married in May. So in May of 2019, I went and bought my foundation. That's how I did it. And I just realized I didn't color correct under my eyes. But so literally the year before, because it was kind of the only way that I could sort of guarantee that my foundation would match, but also give me time to play with it and test it out. Like I did a couple of wear tests. I tested, this is the Cover FX color corrector in peach. But yeah, I did wear tests. I tried so many things out, and so the biggest thing was the foundation, see if the foundation would work. So I bought the foundation a year before the wedding just to make sure that it worked, because I'm that paranoid. But yeah, so that's the Lancome foundation. This is in the shade 415 Bisque W, which is supposed to be like Bisque Warm. But yeah, so I got this foundation, and I love a good Lancome foundation. I've been a fan of theirs for a while. So I got it, and I don't know, it's August now, you know, I've been out, it's been the sun, so it might not match perfectly, but for the sake of the video, we're gonna throw it on. That's also what I'm really nervous about with having my wedding in October, is that I'm worried that because my skin tone fluctuates just ever so slightly. You know, in the winter, in the fall, in the summer, and in the spring. And so I admit that I am like deathly afraid that it's going to shift once again, ever so slightly. And then this color, which was like really, really good for me, is not going to be good enough because of, you know, because I'm getting married in a different season. So yeah, I'm gonna do a whole video about like my pandemic wedding, and like what led up to the postponement, and like how I feel about it, and like everything else. But this is just about the makeup that I chose. So like I decided to stick to as close as my original look as possible, and just, you know, supplement certain things, change certain things because of what I was wearing. I will post pictures of like my pandemic wedding outfit and like what happened with it and everything, but here we are with that. Just making sure that I'm getting a nice even coverage with my brows and everything. Everything just looks so off, and I really need to get an actual mirror for this thing. But yeah, okay. I'm just like checking my phone to see how I look because I don't have a real mirror. So all right, so that's foundation. For concealer and highlight, I took Shape Tape. I mean, say what you want, Shape Tape is the best concealer out there. So I had gotten Shape Tape and did wear tests way before. I think way before the Morphe one came out, and then I was terrified to buy the Morphe one because I didn't know, and I'd already decided. So yeah, just Shape Tape, honestly. It's nice and thick. So what's really funny about like me doing my makeup now is that I can actually like go through the steps and feel things. I was in such a rush on my wedding day that like I don't even I've honestly been sitting here trying to remember what I put on my eyes. I honestly just remember being in such a panic because we were late, and then like rushing so much to get everything on and like get everybody together, and like because we were late, like the Zoom was late, and so people were texting me like, hey, is the Zoom not working because like nothing is opening, is it still happening, what is going on? And I was like so stressed out, and I honestly like it's kind of like a blur. I know that I sat there and did my makeup, but like what I did, the steps I took, if I forgot anything, if I added anything, I just have no idea, because it's all just a blur to me. It was so quick. You know, I have the pictures for it. I know what happened, but it was just so quick that I just have nothing. Just fixing the top up here, blending out some edges. All right. Yeah, so that's concealer, and so I set my entire face with the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder. So I chose this powder because I went online and tried to find setting powders that did not have flashback, because I found a lot of the times that I was getting pictures done, especially like if it's really dark, I just look like a ghost. And you know, that's because of the talc or whatever that they put in the powder, which flashes back from cameras. So, but like I needed one that would last a long time, and so I ended up with the Cover FX. And yeah, it doesn't like a lot of people were talking about using like Makeup Forever powder and foundation, like the photo finish, but I actually used the Makeup Forever foundation for my engagement party. That is what I was like testing. That's what I used to test that one out. And I found that it kind of like broke up and got oily, and I wasn't finding like a really good, like perfect match like I did with the Lancome. So I went with the Lancome, but this powder is like really, really good. I like it a lot. It really does the job. It just really does lock everything in. And like, I'll tell you guys straight up, I forgot setting spray for my wedding. Like I went, because my wedding was at my now husband's house, because we were having a backyard wedding, and I forgot to pack setting spray. So I went the entire wedding, the entire day, without any setting spray on, and I did not have to touch up my makeup once. That's how good this powder is, especially with this primer. The combination is amazing. Like I didn't have to do anything for it, and it stayed even though I forgot the setting spray. I'm gonna put setting spray on now because that's just what I naturally do, but I forgot it and my makeup look lasted. And so I really wanted to share that with you because I was just flabbergasted. Like I was over here just like, all right, someone needs to hold on to my beauty blender so I can touch up, you know, in between shots. We have to wait because my nose is getting oily, and just none of that happened. And we like partied hard. Like we went on like into the night and just nothing. Okay, so next I'm going to contour and bronze. So for this, I decided to just basically use I decided to use basically the same products that I use on my face regularly. I saw no point in like trying to switch it up or change anything, because, you know, why do that when you could like, I don't know, not. But yeah, so I'm just taking bronze, just contouring a little bit, and then taking my bronzer brush and bronzing. I feel like my bronze stands out a bit more with this foundation. Hang on, something popped up on my computer. Okay. I feel like my bronzer pops up just a bit more with this foundation than the other one, because it's a little lighter. Like I feel a lot lighter in this foundation than in my NARS one that I wear on my day-to-day, but you know, it happens. Okay, so bronze, like I'm not over here trying to like make my skin a different skin tone, just you know, make it work, make it cute, make it look like I put some effort in. Okay, my hair is getting increasingly worse. Great. Now I'm taking the blush, same thing, same blush palette, the Tarte, what is it, Blush Bliss thing. I take the middle shade Breathtaking. Oh, hey, there's a mirror in here. It's the same thing. Like I didn't feel the need to change up my blush or anything like that, or that routine. I didn't find anything much better. I think at one point I was using the Rihanna the Fenty bronzer for my look, and like it was working out fine, don't get me wrong. It was just I don't really use the contour shade with that one, and so it's just like it just turns into how I'm feeling sometimes. If I'm if I think I'm too pale and I want to warm it up, I'd use the Fenty one. I forget what color I am in Fenty. I'll have to look it up and put it below. I will do at one point a Fenty video because I do have a lot of Fenty products. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I'm just burping and hiccuping and being ridiculous. Okay, so that's the base. So this base, I'm telling you, like, it's going to last as long as you do like your primer and the Cover FX thing. It will last. I will mention one thing about skincare though. So I got very serious about my skincare, about even more serious than I already am, about a year before the wedding, because I wanted to guarantee that my skin was like as good as it was going to be before I threw a bunch of makeup on it. My skin is not good today, as you guys saw before we started. So one big thing that I was doing was making sure to wash my face every single day, you know, morning and night, making sure to use my toner and my serums and all my things. I'll do like I'll do a skincare routine video later. I don't want to bore you too much. I like the Maracuja oil from Tarte. I like it a lot as a night moisturizer, so I was using that to make sure that my skin stayed nice and plump. I wanted to do a face mask the night before my wedding. I ended up not because I was busy with other things. But just like that build up of like you're not going to cure your skin overnight. Like doing a face mask and doing a scrub the night before your wedding is not going to fix your face. So it was like months of getting things together and doing things and working on stuff. Like I started using this Derma E microabrasion scrub, and I was using that like twice a week or every other day depending on like how my skin was and everything. But all of that, like, you know, using an exfoliant, using your serums, using your moisturizers, and making sure to stay within your routine helped a lot. I actually had planned to, for my actual wedding, I planned to switch to Tatcha skincare a month before, because I love their rice cleanser and I love their entire line, skincare line. I absolutely love, and I tried it before. And so I'd planned to switch over to it because Boothing bought me a month's supply as a like bridal gift thing, but then the pandemic happened and so we didn't have having, so I ended up saving it because I want to use it for my actual wedding, whenever that may be. Okay, so for the eyes, we're taking the Jaclyn Hill Palette Volume 2. So first we're going to go into this shade right here, Perfectionist, and we're going to put that all over the lid. So as you'll see in the pictures, a little bit of fallout, it's all good. My outfit was, am I going to put Perfectionist all over the lid? Let's think about this. Because now I'm looking at it and it's a little darker than the Silk Cream one. You're right. You guys are correct. So, psych, I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to put Silk Cream from Volume 1 from the first Jaclyn Hill palette all over my lid, and then we'll like work on that. So I don't know, I don't know if you guys saw from the pictures before. So for my wedding, I had Silk Cream. Yes. For my wedding, I had a American wedding and then I had an Indian wedding. So my original thinking for my bridal look was going to be a sort of light pink look. I hadn't completely decided, but it was going to be like a light pink, like very light, very airy, you know, brown liner, a baby wing, nothing too serious. And then when we decided to have the Indian element into it, and so normally at Indian weddings the bride wears red, but unfortunately I didn't have time to buy a red sari. It just, you know, with the pandemic and back orders and India being shut down and everything, just we were unable to get me an outfit. So I actually pulled an outfit out of my closet that I had for another Indian wedding that I actually ended up not wearing, and that was pink. So I was like, okay, now I have to do like a pink glam look because, you know, Bollywood. And, you know, I picked different lashes, the whole 9 yards. So I started with silk cream all over the lid. That's just to set the foundation. No, to set the primer and everything. And then I have no idea what I did next. See, that's the sad thing about this look, is that I really don't remember what I did because I did it so quickly. I just threw something on and was like, all right, that's good enough. All right, so I think I took Comfort Zone and Perfectionist and put this on the crease. I can speak. I promise you guys, I can speak. Yeah, so I took this and put this on the crease. I know a lot of people feel very comfortable just taking like a bright red or a bright pink and just throwing it in their crease. I am not. So I had to work up to it. So these are more of a reddish brown, if you will. So it's kind of in the family of what I was trying to do. So the other joke about this entire like wedding and this look is that I had a whole like different plan set in motion for my look. Like I had, you know, layers, and I was gonna do like a cut crease and make it glittery, and then I was late and I just grabbed this palette and just did the best that I could. So yeah, so my outfit was like a pinky maroony color. So yeah, so I threw this in the crease, and then what did I do next? Okay. It's a little bit of fallout. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not like criticizing the palette. I'm just saying there's fallout. It's not getting anywhere. It's just a little fallouty. Okay. I'm literally looking at the palette to see like what have I used, because I haven't used this palette because like literally the pandemic happened. This palette came out and then the pandemic happened. Not saying a cause and effect, just making a joke. Okay, so I think we're gonna go into Loli Mama. This like what is that? Maybe a magenta, like a darker magenta. If this is a bright magenta, this is a dark magenta. I'm gonna go into that with a brush. If I can find it, here it is. I'm gonna, this brush has like black on it. That's not gonna work. Hang on. I really need to clean my brushes better. Okay, so I'm gonna go into this Lil Mama, this magenta color, and I'm just going to put this, oh no, I think I remember what I did. Okay, I'm going to put this on the outer corner, like that. Hang on. Did I use this other palette? No, I didn't. I definitely just stuck to this one, except for that moment. Okay. Because there's like a dark maroon in that palette, but I don't think I used it for my wedding. I think I remember what I did. So I'm going to take this pink and put it in the outer corner. And if this isn't what I did and I'm completely wrong, then hey, look, we have a new look. Yay! Let's take that like that, you know, bring it in. Oof, I'm kind of far away from you guys, sorry. Bring it in, make it cute. And yeah, this is definitely not what I did, but it's okay. So after taking that, so I think what I actually did is I actually took the red Living My Best and put it in the outer corner, but since we started with the pink, we're just gonna layer the red on top and make it cute, but make it fashion. Because I didn't want it to be a bright red anyway. I want it to be a more pinkish red because that's what we were dealing with, so it still works. It's not a big deal. It's like that, like Bob Ross guy. It's just happy mistakes. Like, no one's getting mad. It's all fine. And just put that red all over. You can bring it out to like mid-lid. We're actually going to put on glitter, so don't be afraid to bring it out to mid-lid as long as this red is in the corner. You're doing good. But yeah, you see how it makes it more of like a pinkish red instead of just a bright red? Or if you don't, lie to me. It's because I know that I messed this up. But I'm not mad at it. It's just not my look. It's just not the look that I did. But like I said, I completely forgot the look that I did because I was in such a rush. Now I'm just blowing off my phone because there's nothing but there's powder all over it. So, you know, we improvise. This is more of like a pinkish red. Whatever. Who cares? It's me in my house. Come back. Ugh. So next I'm going to take the fluffy brush I use for my crease with like no product on it, and I'm just going to just kind of clean up the crease a little bit. Make it the crease. So this makes the crease a little pinky. That's okay. I'd rather make it a little pinky, but I don't want to put pink in the crease, if that makes sense. Like, the crease can be pinky, it just can't be. I don't want to put pink in the crease. I still want to have that sort of brown buffer, if that makes sense. Now at this point, it would be a great idea to just cut the crease. But I know I didn't do a cut crease, obviously, because why would I do that? Instead, what I did is I took this color Rider Diamonds right here. It's one of her like pressed glitters. And I just took my finger because it wasn't working with a brush and just put it all over my lid. So you could definitely like make this into a cut crease. You definitely could. Like, you know, take this color, you know, take some concealer and throw this color onto your cut crease. I just don't have the patience or the want for that because I am trying to keep it as genuine as possible. I know that I mess up the shadows, but like I am trying to keep it as genuine as possible with what I did on my wedding. So yeah, when I tell you I literally just this is how it was. I just threw something on and just had all my bridesmaids tell me that I was pretty because it was just a nightmare. But yeah, I'm not mad at this look. Like I said, it's not what I do, but you know, I'm not mad. I am hot though. It's hot in here because I don't want to turn on the AC because it blows right where I'm filming and it's just a problem. Okay, leave it alone. It's fine. Obviously, if you're just trying to recreate this look just in general, you know, you can make it a cut crease, you can add actual glitter. There's so much more to do. I just wanted to make a sort of glammy Bollywoody type look. This one is more pink than maroon that I did, but I'm not mad at it. Clean that up a little bit. You know, I'm not mad at it. Like, it doesn't look bad. It's just not what I did before, but that's okay. That is okay. I did take it would be great if my eyes were like actually symmetrical and not just all over the place like it likes to be, you know, just saying. Okay. Now I'm going to take another packing brush and I'm going to go to I'm In It, which is this white sort of like sparkly color, and I'm just going to like very lightly put that on my brow bone. This I know for sure that I did because it was like something is missing. And so this is what we decided was missing. I needed to highlight my brow bone. Just real gentle, like nothing crazy. This look is so much pinker than how it looked on my wedding. I am so sorry. It was definitely more maroon when I did it for my wedding, but it's okay. Sometimes you gotta just, I don't know, I guess, should I add more red to it? I don't want to. I feel like if I add more red to it, it's just gonna, leave it alone. Leave it alone, walk away. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit more red to this side because I feel like it's more, no. Leave it alone, walk away. This torture has gone on far enough. It does not matter, and I still need to save up some energy to put lashes on, so, which is a whole other thing. All right, so next is eyeliner. So I actually had my, what'd I do? What'd I knock out? Oh, I unplugged my computer. It's fine. I actually, if it was my actual wedding, I would have not done black eyeliner in my waterline. I actually had planned to do either brown or I heard doing beige is good because it makes you look more awake, but since I was doing the whole like Bollywood glam thing, I went with black eyeliner. I actually had my friend do my eyeliner, and it's like I trusted her to do it. She's like this huge girl. She does like, not huge, she's like this really big makeup person, and she loves doing makeup and loves eyelashes and everything like that. And the one time I trusted her to do my eyeliner, she just didn't do it. She just couldn't do it. Everyone was like really nervous and really on edge, and like trying not to be really nervous and really on edge because I was really nervous and really on edge. But I did do a thicker wing. There is hair everywhere. I apologize now about my hair, guys. It is rebelling against me. It's having a tude, sitting some type of way. I'm so kind to it. I wash it, I condition it, I give it special serums, I scrub it. I don't let it get caught in anything, and it repays me by acting up. Typical. It's like my skin. I wash it, I moisturize it. I love it. I try not to pick at it, and the way that it repays me by acting up. Yeah, so that's like a bold wing. It's not like, I know that's not a bold wing, but it's a bold wing for me on like a regular day because I normally tend to not go too bold. I tried working on my wing eyeliner as well when I was practicing my makeup for my wedding, but like something had to give, and I couldn't practice putting on lashes, doing my brows, and like getting my base perfect. But like, you know, and then also perfect my wing eyeliner. So something had to give, and I'm wearing lashes anyway, so the wing eyeliner went. Can't be perfect. Juno? And my eyes watery. Great. Alright, I'm gonna leave it alone because the more that I mess with it, the crazier it's gonna be. This has just been, as my wedding, this has just been a train wreck. This is the Lancome Grandiose Extreme Mascara. I'm putting on falsies, so honestly, any mascara will do. Because, you know, you're going to cover up anyway. I don't like to put on mascara after I put on my lashes. I know that, like, there's schools of thought that do, but, you know, it's not my style. So I am going to put this on and let this dry, and I'm gonna put on my falsies off camera just because it's a lot of me like sitting and blowing on lashes and looking at the camera, then fixing it, and my phone is ringing anyway, so perfect timing. Okay, so I am back with lashes on. You know, lashes make the look. This is Sophisticated by Morphe. I actually think that they discontinued these lashes, which suck because I love them so much. I actually like them more than the Miami lashes from Lily Lashes. The lashes that I wanted to use in my real wedding was actually called Hypnotic from Morphe. But since those are more like a wispy, like lighter, fluttery lash, where this is more like full glam, like boom, boom. I got a little glue up there. It's okay. But yeah, I haven't worn lashes for so long. My eyes are just like, what are you doing? But yeah, so these are the lashes. For lips, I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Lips in Seraphine. It's just a red lip. You know, I was doing an Indian wedding. You gotta have a bold red lip. Funny story though, for my Christian wedding, I actually wore Allegedly by Jeffree Star, which is more of a nude, because I didn't want to be like too like bold red lip for my Christian wedding. So I was wearing a white dress and trying to be very, not conservative, but just more like, I guess the word for it is conservative. I wouldn't consider myself a conservative person, but I guess for that particular time I was being conservative. And so I wore a nude lip for that, same eye look, but a nude lip for that, and then I switched to a red lip because, you know, that's what makes it saucy. For setting spray, we're just taking the Tarte Stay Spray. As I mentioned earlier, I did not use setting spray at my wedding, but it was okay because of the primer and powder combination that I used. So I'm going to go change real quick, and then we'll like just close this out. Okay, so this is the final look. I just added a cute top and my jewelry and my Mangla Sutra. Although I just realized as I was changing that I never put on highlight, which is necessary, but I feel like I also forgot to put on highlight for my actual wedding, so it's par for the course, right? So I am going to go into the Becca, the Glow Macaroon thing, and I'm going to get the shade Rose Quartz, which is like a pink highlighter, and I'm just going to put that on my face. You know, it's never too late to add highlight. You know, concealer, certain blushes and things like that, they're kind of hard to add once you have everything settled, but highlight is forever. Glow. Cool. So yeah, so that's my look. It didn't come out exactly the way that I had it for my wedding, but you know what, it's okay. It really is okay. I'm really happy with it. I'm happy with it looks. It echoes to the idea that I had when I did it and everything, so it doesn't have to be perfect. But yeah, so that's the video. This was my wedding look. I hope that you picked up some tips and tricks for maybe your wedding or just like your makeup thing or your event where you have to wear makeup for a very long time. I'll have everything linked down below, but thank you for watching.